Put his life behind bars for the infamous Mexican drug lord Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. A judge in New York handed down the sentence in the last hour. Guzman receiving a life sentence plus 30 years. The 62-year-old was brought to the U.S. to stand trial after he escaped from Mexican prisons twice. Let's bring in Megan Roberts right now. She's tracking this breaking news for us. So tell us more about this sentence for El Chapo.
So this was a mandatory life sentence after he was convicted. And in addition to that sentence, he was ordered to pay $12.6 billion in forfeiture. He was convicted in February of 10 charges, including multiple drug charges related to literal tons of cocaine, heroin, marijuana. He was long believed to be the head of the Sinaloa cartel, a violent cartel, drug cartel in Mexico. So he was found guilty in February. That triggered that mandatory life sentence without parole, and he got that plus 30 years for the gun charges. Guzman not happy with that, calling it unfair, and in fact, he spoke in court today saying that he was denied a fair trial. He says the judge did not properly investigate claims of juror misconduct, specifically that some of the jurors had seen news stories about this case. He also complained about the conditions that he faced in jail. He called them, quote, mental torture. His lawyers have also said that this trial was not fair and that they will be filing an appeal. Let's hear more from them.
All he wanted, and he said to me from day one, is I just want a fair trial. You tell me that I can get justice here, I just want a fair trial. And at the end of the day, we like to pretend that it was justice. It was not justice. You can't have a situation where jurors are running around lying to a judge.
Now, Guzman is being held in solitary confinement in the Metropolitan Correctional Center, described as a fortress-like jail in Manhattan. He has escaped jail twice before in Mexico, maximum security jail in Mexico, before he was finally captured, brought to the United States in 2016. His trial was 11 weeks long, and a number of the witnesses were former associates, including a mistress. And that actually made up part of the defense's strategy, Michael, because they were saying, how can you trust these people to give you fair, accurate, truthful statements? So we know that there will be an appeal filed. In the meantime, he will be in jail facing that, well, being sentenced actually now to that life in jail without parole, plus an additional 30 years for those gun charges.